right, TNE fans, we have the wonderful owners of Brasil Brasil Cultural Center, or better known as BBC Center. So they are here and they're going to go over with us some really cool things about their business and where to find them, where they're located. So, just to start, hello, thank you. How would
Oh,
you?
thank you. Thanks for having.
You're welcome. You're welcome. How impactful do you think culture is to people of color, and what are some of the steps that you recommend someone take to become more innately involved in their culture?
Well, and in space, in Brazilian, Afro-Brazilian space, BBCC, we uh, pretty much a global, um, multicultural place. And since Brazil is a country that embraces all culture, I'm not saying that you don't have any issues in Brazil culturally, but the African influence in Brazil is so strong even today. As most people know, there was a huge during the slave trade, so a lot of African people was shipped to Brazil. So therefore, from the place that I come from, Bahia, uh, there is a huge African influence through music, dance, cuisine, even the way we speak in the Northeast is different from the other part of the country. So when we, so culturally speaking, we have the ability to really connect with our ancestors, with with the African influence, with the Native American influence, and even with Latin, because we all kind of like embrace and we're able to cultivate all different cultures in Brazil. So we bring that to LA and to really share not only with the Brazilians but with people of all backgrounds that they can connect in the different ways through music, dance, and arts.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. I think that that's just beautiful and that's going to touch so many people. Now, how long has your center been open now?
Well, we have been functioning since 1989, and actually it was an idea that was always in my mind when I moved to. At first, I was in New York City in 1984, and I was brought to New York to actually work with the Brazilian Cultural Center, but it was called Zumbi. And New York actually wasn't the place that I really wanted to be, so I decided to move to LA and carry on the idea and the dream to have a Brazilian Culture Center. And that's when we founded BBCC in 1989. Also because to tell the truth, I really wanted to keep my culture alive and also be able to share all the special things that I learned throughout the years.
And how impactful do you feel like it is sharing your culture with other cultures to help them have a better understanding of your culture and why Brazilian people do the things that they do to have a better understanding of Brazilian people as a culture?
Well, I think especially today, nowadays, you really need to be more tolerant and really understand other cultures. And I think with Brazilian, especially Afro Brazilian culture, you have the ability to really connect with people in many levels because Brazil is a very, very neutral um, country, and we kind of, in a way, we get along with everyone. We kind of like don't get involved in a lot of the politics stuff. I think because of that, I think it's easier. I think people they feel more comfortable and they feel like they can actually relate to Brazil because it's a place supposedly, we really have this ability to communicate and be able to embrace people from all cultures without really judge them, which I think should be part of everyone's life. Just to be able to be in place people that are not going to be judge them or by any means or race or religions, gender. Uh, so as long as you come in with open heart, you should be able to be accepted, and able to enjoy life like everyone else.
Wow, that's amazing, and it shows. Like when I came to visit, I totally felt engulfed in the Brazilian culture, and I felt like I was a part of this beautiful experience. So I agree with that 100%. Just from being able to be, graced to come into your center and experience just a class. What are some of the other accolades that you guys have received from other magazines and companies since you guys have been open?
Yeah, we have seven. We've been awarded by the talk of the town, uh, seven times, and we featured like many times on KTLA um, magazines. Like we done we 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 done so many things that we really have to dig in. But I'll let also my director as well to explain a little bit more about all the the awards that we have received over the years as well, because there are definitely many. Hi.
Hey, now. So, if you could please tell the wonderful readers what are some of the amazing things that you guys have been awarded for since the center has been open.
So we've gotten, we were nominated, or sorry, we were awarded 5 times with 5-star rating. So sorry, I'm gonna have to say that again. We were rewarded 7 times um, with 5-star ratings for the Talk of the Town Award. We were also featured in LA Weekly's top 100 places in LA. We've been on KTLA. We've been on, lots of articles, and we've had a lot of awesome coverage and really been kind of featured, and it's been a real honor to kind of be recognized by the community, and so we've gotten some beautiful recognition out there.
Do you guys feel that whenever these articles come out or different establishments or organizations speak on the amazing things that you're doing at BBCC, you see a change in the influx of people who actually start coming to classes? Do you notice that these things are working?
Yeah, it's always. I think it's a combination of many things being active at the same time. So there is obviously, anytime you get coverage in the press, it's definitely a big plus. But you also have to feed it in other ways too. So you have to make sure you're doing your work and your promotion, and your classes are good and strong, and your information is always new and up to date and fresh. So I think it's a combination of things. I think it can't be just the press. Um, I think we work very hard in many other areas as well. So everything kind of helps each other. We make sure our work is strong and fresh, and it's supported by what comes out in the news, and how we're featured and honored. And I think the community really speaks, because a lot of this stuff now is word of mouth, and it goes from people who we've got all sorts of people. We've got lots of celebrities that come in, and um, it's just kind of like it's a ripple effect. It's really cool. It goes from mouth to mouth into mainstream, and great coverage.
That's awesome. Speaking of keeping your classes strong, um, what dance do you classes do you recommend for someone that's new to dance versus someone who's a more advanced dancer?
So all of our classes,
for dance and fitness and drumming are all level classes. Um, so anyone is welcome to actually come to any of those classes, and you really got to just listen to your body, feel your beat out, and I think you can learn a lot by watching and seeing people that are more advanced. And everyone started as a beginner, so they're also very kind and patient with those who are beginners and welcoming. And it's definitely a community vibe. We're just a big family, a big community, and there's a lot of support and trust, and it's a safe space. And so it's all levels. Some are obviously harder than others, um, but at the end of the day, it's just kind of like feeling the beat in your heart and moving to it. The only program that we have that is separated by levels is the capoeira program, where we have introduction classes, intermediate classes, advanced classes, youth classes. So that program is a little bit more um, spread out in terms of level, and all the other classes are all level classes.
Okay, that's cool. That's good to know because when I came by the center that Sunday for the 3 o'clock class with Rachel for the Afro Brazil dance, it looked like she was the drums was going, the live music, and they were like leaping like 5 feet in the air, and I was like, wow. And but everybody I saw, I could see that there was like tiers of levels, but everybody still kind of felt really like connected to the class, and you could. And she didn't break it up into like, oh, okay, but beginners in this row and advanced people in this row. I could tell that it was like a little bit of a mix in every like row and section and how she had it interactive. I just thought it was really cool. So with that
Yeah, that's
said,
um,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, no. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. So with that said, how do you think dance help people grow as a person, not just physically, but internally?
Well, I think movement, as research also shows it, is growing to be this huge factor in health all over with ourselves, in mental health, and it cures a lot of things happening in physical health and emotional health. So I think movement in general is very is proven to be very healthy. As far as dance is related, particularly when you talk about specific dances, I think it's very healing. There's roots that are involved um, in dance. There's a history. Like when Amin teaches Afro Brazilian dance, he talks about the history of the African dancing, and there's the live drumming and um, the healing elements, and it's very connected to the forces of nature. And when you dance, you honor all the forces of nature, and you connect with the earth and with the wind and with all the different elements. Then with samba, there's this root of like this old traditional samba that was done in Brazil, and these are all ways that were healing and empowering people through very difficult times, through slavery. With capoeira, with dance, with music. This is how they were able to find some sort of healing and light amongst all the darkness, obviously. So I think that dance is more than just dance. I think dance is rooted. It's a very spiritual experience when you're able to just let go and let loose. There is healing that just organically happens within the body, and it's a beautiful experience. And the type of dance that we offer is really that kind of dance. It's really the healing dances that you don't even really think about it, and but it's deeper than just dance.
Wow, that's so amazing, and I could see some of the health benefits that could come from that. Just naturally, just thinking about some of the other articles that we've been featuring in this month issue, with our not to talk too much about other things that we got going on this month, but with a Turkish scientist that we spoke with, just talking about different research that she's doing on brain activity. So I think that you're totally right with the movement and everything. It really impacts the way people see themselves and how much of a difference they feel like they can make with their own individuality by just being in movement and getting out there. And I also think it's healthy to be in groups with people because it kind of gives them that interaction with other people, kind of gives them something to keep their memory strong and help them to really engage more with people on a more personal level. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and then a very big thing for us at our studio is that we're very, very committed to unity and to diversity and to just support. And these are very important things that, for us. And these are things we talk about in our staff meetings, and all our teachers are really aligned. And we're just very focused on doing very strong work from the ground up. So we're really like we're strengthening our roots so that we can support our community and we can really work together and heal and bring light and just work together as a community to bring healing into this world.
That's beautiful. So, what are, just so the
Yeah.
readers know, what are all the things that people can receive at the BBCC? As far as like with the community, unity, dance, fitness, music, history, diversity, what are all of the things that you guys try to touch upon at the center?
Well, I mean, that's really kind of like our thing is really like our mission is just, through arts education, which is what we've really always been very, like, that's really been our strength, is just we're very committed to making a difference through arts education. And, we're all about community, we're about unity, diversity, we're really, want to preserve our history and build a strong future together and do it, with light and just focus on the work and stay positive and just bring that light into this community of ours. I think the arts can really bring a lot of healing to people and and that's what we're doing. That's what we're here to do.
Wow, that's so great. Thank you so much. So, where can our readers find um, Brasil Cultural Center? Where are you located? What's the phone number? What's the website? How much are the classes?
So Brasil Cultural Center is located in Culver City, 11928 Washington Boulevard, and it's actually an LA address. It's LA 90066. Our website is www.brazilbrasil.org, and Brazil is spelled with an S, the way we spell it in Brazil. So BRASIL.org. We're a nonprofit organization, and you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. We are located on Washington. Our cross street is Inglewood. Our phone number is 310-397-3667. And yeah, that's how you can find us. We have a special going on now for capoeira classes. Our capoeira for adults is $45 for 30 days of unlimited classes, and we offer over 20 classes of capoeira a week. Sorry. And then we also, for the dance classes, you can do dance, fitness, and drumming classes. You could do class packages of 10 classes. You can do 10 class packages. And then we have a great kids program as well. We offer kids capoeira, kids parkour, and kids hip hop classes. So we're doing it. We're doing our thing.
That is so awesome. Thank you so very much. I appreciate having the time to speak with you both. We'll set up a day and time that I can come by with our Latin life reporter, Sonia Miranda, who is Nicaraguan but loves dance. So I'll have a day to come by and we can go over class and just kind of touch and show all the people in our next month's issue how your studio works, where what it looks like, and how they can get more involved, and if they're in other places in the world or the country, how they can incorporate what you guys are doing at BBCC here in Los Angeles.
That would be wonderful. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.